Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing a little March wrap up in all of my journals. So these are all the journals I've been using all year. I'm going to go through all these journals and see what I got up to this month. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, starting off with my Hobonichi Cousin. This is what I've been using every single day. And I'll just go through all the sections and tell you how I've been using them. Alright, so this is the front section. I use this as kind of like a one line a day. So it can be anything from holidays or something I did that day. So like I went to the dog park, went to Target. It could be really anything. So it's just kind of like one line of day of something that I did. Moving on to the monthlies, I used the Coffee Monster Co. monthly kits, and this was the theme for March. It's very cute. I use this for mainly events or TV shows or book releases or anything going on throughout the month, and I really like how these turn out for the month. They look very, very cute. Moving on to the weeklies, I basically just pick a color or a theme that week and work around it. So this is the beginning of March. I just did like some warm colors, very cute. This was the first week of March. I just did a pink and blue theme with these really cute stickers. These I believe are from Pipsticks. This was the next week. I just did a pink and yellow theme, very cute. This was St. Patrick's Day, so I did a green theme, and I basically use it as like a to-do list. Again, I do TV shows, events that happen throughout the week. Yeah, new releases, just kind of either things I did or like a to-do list. So, and on the side, I like to do like a weekly recap and my dinners. So, very cute. This was the last week of March. I think this is my favorite of the month. Very cute. I love the theme. I did like pinks and blues, some purple, and yeah, I really like how this turned out. All right, moving on to the dailies. I do this every single day, and I've been really loving it. So the beginning of every month, I do a little mood board. This was the mood board for March. Very green, very springy. And let's just get into the dailies. I'm going to go through every page and talk a little bit about it. So every page is really different, and I really love that part of journaling. I typically like to highlight really one thing that happened that day. So for this day, I did sourdough bagels. It was a hockey game, Saturday Night Live. Very cute. On the 2nd was the Oscars, so I just did some doodles. I picked some categories and who won, and I did like an overall theme of the stars to kind of make it flow all together. So this is really cute. So kind of the first week, I had a little impromptu road trip to Michigan, so there's kind of like some family stuff going on. So these couple of days aren't very filled out, but I just kind of do it with like big lettering and stuff like that. So kind of this week is pretty boring, so I'll just kind of skip that. And like I said, like kind of did a little weekly reset. So again, big lettering, nothing really going on that week. Like I said, some days are just no plans, just dog stickers. So yeah, when I don't have like kind of a lot going on, I just do big lettering or like food packaging. So yeah, this is like from the Coffee Monsters Co. It's just like a postcard I cut up, and it still works. So for this day, I again had some more Coffee Monster Co. washi tape I wanted to add in. I made this a really awesome chocolate cream pie for Pie Day. I had a Dr. Pepper, just put that in, very cool. And yeah, it was Pie Day, so I just did the numbers of pi, and I think it looks cool. So these pages are a bit more cohesive, and I got this from actually a calendar. So I kept this old calendar from last year, and I really liked the pages in it, so I wanted to keep it. And yeah, it was like really cool just to like cut it up, use a couple of pages, and I think they're really cute. So yeah, I put a little bit about the blood moon. I did some sourdough that day, and it rained all day, so not very much going on, but I really like how this turned out. So this was St. Patrick's Day. I did more of like a green theme, a little Lucky Charms doodle, a really yummy cherry vanilla matcha. Continuing with like the food packaging theme, this is just everything that I like ate that day. So Taco Bell, had a latte, some Spam, and it's really cool. This day I got a fountain pen. This is like my first like real fountain pen, so it was really cool to like document. I got this cute clip, the ink of course, and I love how this turned out. So this was the first day of spring. I took those calendar pages again and kind of cut them and ripped them up a little bit, and they're really cute. This day I went to Trader Joe's, and I actually took one of the bags and cut it up. So I cut out Trader Joe's, this and this, had a Kit Kat, got some Starbucks. So yeah, worked around that. And this day I went to a spring training game and I got to keep the ticket, so that was cool. Just put like the starting lineup. Very cute. This is actually a beer can, so I took the label off and put it on there and just did like a blue theme. Very cool. This day I went to Blick. This is a art supply store in downtown Tampa, and I went looking for some ink, so I found just a simple black ink, and I found this cute little Miffy box, so that was really cute. This page is like probably my favorite of the month. This is the Snail Mail Club subscription from Happy Olive Studio. Definitely check out her Instagram, her website, everything. I'll link it down below. I love her subscriptions every month, and I've been putting them in my journal and doing a whole spread with them. This month was kind of like late 80s, early 90s themed, so very cute. And I had this really amazing smoothie, so I had to put that in there too. This was a really special day. I hit 9K on Instagram, so that was really awesome. And yeah, I just wrote a little bit about that. This was opening weekend for the MLB. I cut out all the logos for the team, put in all the scores and everything, so that was fun to document. And we actually went to the Rays game that day, so that was really cool to see their opening day. This was the plan with me I did in my last video. So I went to Hyde Park Village, downtown Tampa, and did a little spread with that. And this was just very random. I call this page No Vibes, Just Chaos. So just a bunch of stickers, random stuff I collected throughout the month, and just put that in. And at the end of every month, I do a little recap. So I do like events, something new, TV shows, movies, books, and songs. So that's it for my Hobonichi Cousin. Next up, this is my Hobonichi Weeks. So cute. And for the front section, I do a Wordle tracker. So I did this last year and I love how it turned out. So I am continuing it for this year. So these are the weeklies and I'll go through these. This is just the beginning of March right here. So this was that theme. This is like a yellow theme, very cute. And I kind of do the same thing on every page. So the first column is like TV shows or events or holidays. The second column is all for content. This is everything I want to post that week, so like Instagram or Reels, anything. This column is for reading, so when I start and finish a book, how many pages I read that day. And the last column is for dinner, so all the dinners I had. And then I do daily habits, water tracker, mood tracker, and weather. So this right here is actually washi tape, and I get this question a lot on my Instagram. This is literally just a washi tape from Jet Pens, so I'll also link that down below. It's very cool. This is the next week. I have these really cute stickers. These are from Sticky Club. I don't know the exact artist, but I'll definitely put it up here somewhere. This was St. Patrick's week. Again, very green. And this is the last week of March, and I did this fun food theme. These stickers are from Pipsticks, so very cute. And that's pretty much it for my weeks. Moving on, this is my A6. This is the smaller version. In the front section, I did like a highlight of the day. So this could be anything random. Like one day is Texas Roadhouse rolls, or I made homemade pasta, 60-degree weather. It could be really anything. So just one highlight of the day. So this journal has been different for every month. So January I did journal prompts from the Coffee Monsters Co. And I just did like the question and answer. Very cool. And for February, I switched it up a bit. So I did dinner doodles. So these were really fun to make. I just doodled my dinner every single night. And very cool. For March, I did my favorite songs. So these are like all of my favorite songs in this month. I made a playlist on Spotify and went through it. So it's basically just the song, the artist, the album, how long the song is, when it came out, and then a couple of lyrics I like to write down. So that was really cool to do all month, and now I have like a whole playlist of all the songs that I was loving throughout that month. And that was the A6. Finally, I have my book journal. So this is an Archer and Olive notebook. I don't know the exact size, but I'll put it up here. I've been using this to track all the books that I read for this year. So I did a Taylor Swift Eras theme for my book journal this year, and I have a full flip through of this on my Instagram if you really want to check it out. And I did just do a 3-month update over there. So it has more detail. So I read 4 books this month, and I'll just go through them really quickly. Starting off with the monthly theme, I did a Fearless theme this month, and I just did the font in like Fearless font, did a lyric here, some stickers, all of the books I read that month, and yeah, I went for like a very yellow gold-ish theme. And I like to do this monthly layout so I can see like how long I read the book. So that's really cool to keep track of. So I basically read all of ACOTAR during the month of March. I read the first book last year and I finished the series this year. So I dedicated all of March to ACOTAR. I basically do the same setup for each book. I do all the stats. So when I start, finish, the genre, format, pages, and released. I usually put the author here. This is like a 1-sentence synopsis of the book. We have the rating and my review, and this is the 11th book I read, so just the number of book, and then the title. And I use the Canon IV printer to print out the book. So yeah, I read 4 books this month: A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin. This is the novella, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then this was actually my favorite of the month, A Court of Silver Flames. So those are all the books I read that month. And then I do a March wrap up. So favorite book, this mood tracker is from Storygraph, how many books I read, all the books and the ratings, average rating, total pages, and how many I read out of my reading challenge. So that is it for my book journal. All right, those are all the journals for this month, and that was my little March wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you follow my Instagram for more and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.